It's Monday morning. Yesterday we went to the movies and watched Freakier Friday. It was good. It was funny. Especially Jamie Lee Curtis, obviously, was so good. I think I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. But I think it's one of like the what do you call them? Like sequels? Is that the right word? That like actually kind of like will do justice to the first one, and like they had like obviously a lot of people from the first movie and kind of like little like nods at the first movie, which I think was what makes it good. What I did take off a point for is some of it felt like they were trying to be like too like Gen Z, like modern, like, and if you get what I mean, like sometimes movies or shows will like try to make it like I don't know, like they just kind of miss the mark when they do that, I think. But generally, I'd say it was pretty good. I still do have to watch Fantastic Four. Don't know when I'm going to do that. When it came back, I FaceTimed my friend who hadn't talked to in a minute, and she just recently moved to the East Coast. So we were just catching up a bit. Yeah, and then just basically went to bed. Today, I have my like weekly meeting for the project that I was working on for my like master's. I have to I have to finish up a little like presentation. Like it's not like a formal presentation, just like some of the stuff that they asked me to look into, and so I put it into a little PowerPoint. So I'm gonna go through that and fix it. Or we're gonna go through that and like finish it up a little bit, and then gonna probably they're probably gonna send emails out for my letters of rec. I need to ask 2 other people for my letters, and I think like I'm pretty sure they're gonna say yes, because they've kind of, one of them has written me so many letters before, and the other one kind of already told me, like, he was like, if you need a letter, like, let me know. So it's fine. I just have to like email them, so I have to draft those up. And this week I also want to find, well, I guess this month, kind of narrow down more specific labs that I would be interested in at the schools that I'm applying to, so I can reach out to the PIs. I didn't really do this last time I applied. Well, I know for one, at least for UCLA, it's like you have to choose the person that you're applying like for. So that one I really need to look into. The other ones I believe are like rotations. So some people say like it's not necessary to email potential PIs, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do it for some of the schools that I'm like that I have like more specific labs that I'd be interested in. So that'll be a task probably for this week. Well, sometime this month. We'll see how that works out. Tomorrow I have my check-in for my neurotech program. So maybe that's what today I want to figure out what my steps are this week for what I want to do for that, because I'm supposed to be like thinking up ideas and like working towards some sort of prototype for I want to do like a device type of thing. Still figuring that out, so we'll figure out what I want to do this week for that. We don't have workshop on a Wednesday, but I probably will go volunteer in Berkeley in the morning, and then that night my aunt and my cousin come into town from Illinois. I believe they're just here until the end of like the weekend. So then on Thursday, I believe I'm taking them into the city, which I want my mom to tell me what she wants us to do there, because my aunt's been here before. I don't know that my cousin has. So I'll figure out what I should be showing them around. Yeah, so I think today basically finish up my presentation and then schedule out the rest of my week/month. And that'll be good. Yeah. All right. I'll check in later. Okay. I've drafted up the email for my master's program director-ish. I don't know what his title is, but something like that. He had talked to me on like the last day of our program, and I was telling him I wanted to apply to PhD programs, and he like sort of mentioned He was like, oh, if you need a letter, let me know. So this is what I have. Hi, blank. I hope you're doing well. I'll be applying to bioengineering, biomedical engineering PhD programs this fall, and I wanted to ask if you'd be willing to write me a letter of recommendation. We spoke on the last day of the MTM program about my plans for a PhD, and you kindly mentioned you'd be open to writing one. I think your perspective on my performance in the program, particularly through my work on the phase shift project and coursework, would be especially valuable to my applications. If you're willing, I can send over details on the programs I'm applying to, my application timeline, and any materials that might help. Thank you, Vanessa. I think that's good. It's definitely more formal, but I also don't know him super, super well. But he's like the director and he like knows the work I've done. My thought was to like CC our other director who not how to see again, I don't know anyone's title, but she was like on my program was joint, so she was on the Berkeley side, and so she knows me better and she's written me letters before, but she doesn't have she just has a bachelor's degree, and so for like applying to stuff, like she always said, like if you're applying to medical school or like PhD programs, like ask him for the letter. But I kind of want her input on the letter. I don't know if he would ask her, but I don't know how to be like, can you have her write some of it? Because I think it'd be better. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna sit on it and then I'm gonna send it. Okay, sent my email, finished the presentation. I'm starting to edit my vlog that's gonna go up this week. But it's lunchtime. I think I'm gonna make myself a salad. Also, okay, for my half birthday, I don't know if I mentioned this at all in one of my videos, but every year I like celebrate my half birthday in some sort of way. So this year I wanted to make myself a cake, because this is already like something I've been wanting to do is like bake it from scratch and like fully decorate it. But then I just didn't feel well and I didn't end up getting my ingredients. So then my mom just made a cake from like a cake mix, and then I like sort of decorated it. But now I have most of the ingredients to make the cake, except I need to get cake flour. So maybe I'll make my cake this week. But it's gonna be a strawberry chiffon cake. Okay. My family loves tuna, but my friend, or my old roommate, she just does not like, she doesn't like fish at all. And I don't know if it's like, I feel like we eat tuna more than like the average family. And I don't know if it's like common to eat tuna. I feel like no one ever talks about tuna. No one likes tuna how I like tuna, you know? But we would always get tuna from Trader Joe's, specifically the green can. It's like the albacore white tuna. That's like in oil, and like that was like our favorite tuna, and like we would specifically go to Trader Joe's for tuna. But then we stopped going to Trader Joe's because of like boycotts. I haven't been to Trader Joe's forever. So we've been trying like other ones, and then we somehow switched from like the albacore to this a chunk light tuna. We've tried Starkist, which I think is the one my sister likes, but I didn't love that one. And then I don't know, now there's like the Orleans one, which is good. And then there's another one that we tried recently. I don't remember what it was called, but I don't know. At this point, I'm like, I don't remember what anything tastes like. Also, last night at the Jonas Brothers concert, I believe it's night 1 of their tour, they brought out Demi Lovato, and that's crazy. Also, because I thought very much so that Nick and Demi were not on good terms, so that was cool to see. I saw the Jonas Brothers in like 2019, maybe. It was like their first tour back, the Happiness Begins tour. And I liked it, but I'm like, I don't necessarily feel the need to see them
again. And I guess most of what they're doing now is their new music, I believe. Well, actually, no, I think they kind of did their like Eras tour last time. But not that I don't like their new music, but I just like, I don't know. I feel like my love for the Jonas Brothers is more like Disney days and earlier. Yeah, but you know who I am seeing soon that split up and then came back together, Big Time Rush. But I realized this like last night, like I woke up from my slumber and I was like, oh my gosh, the concert's on a Wednesday. And I have my workshops on Wednesdays. And like specifically, like that's our next workshop because we're skipping 2 weeks. And so we have presentations for like our group like assignment, but also we're finishing up individual presentations because I didn't present last week. And our sessions end at 6 and the concert's at 7. And so I'm like, and then I was like so stressed out about the time, but it's also the venue near my house. It doesn't take super long to get there. So it won't take super long. And so I was like, maybe I just have to leave a little bit early, which would be better than missing the whole thing because, well, one, I don't want to miss the concert because I paid for it. And I'm like, class, like, it's not class, workshop or whatever. I could miss it, but like, it's presentation. So, you know, I think for like a group thing, like it's only one person our group presents. And so it doesn't have to be me. So I can ask the other girls to do it. Like I already didn't want to be the one to present, but I already didn't present my individual presentation last week. So it would I technically have to present it that week. But also there might not be enough time because I think there's 5 people that still need to present. Last week, only 4 people presented in like that 2-hour span. And we have to do the other presentations on top of that next week. So I might not even have to present that week anyway. But I was talking to my sister. She also has something that finishes up at like 6. A little bit further away. So I think I can actually kind of stay for the whole class or just leave it slightly early. So we're fine, we're good. Okay, salad's ready. Time to find something to watch on YouTube. I don't know, lately nothing's really been catching my eye. Have you guys watched the Ryan Trahan thing? My sister was telling me about this. We watched the first 2 days. They're just a little too slow for me, but I want to see the places he went. I just don't know that I want to watch it by myself. Smosh games, that might be fun. Let's do that. Okay. All right, time for lunch. Just got out of my meeting with our like face shift meeting. It was good. Showed my little slideshow, talked about what we're gonna do next, and the doctor we're working with is, I've talked about before, I was like potentially gonna keep working for him like more formally. First we thought maybe it was a job as his like program manager, but then there was a hiring freeze, and then he was trying to get me some sort of like stipend, like research stipend. So he's saying that he thinks he can get me on as like a lab assistant, hopefully pretty soon. So he just wanted to make sure the position was okay with me, and he said he'll have the person contact me. So I'll hopefully get started on that soon and be able to go in person throughout the week, work on that. Though I think if I go through the week, it's gonna make it harder to volunteer, which sucks. But I guess I'll like finish up my summer with volunteering, or maybe depends on how many hours I do. I can maybe come stop by also, because like I would be going to Oakland for that, and then the volunteering's in Berkeley, so they're somewhat close to each other, closer than like me going to each one, you know. So potentially could still do the volunteering. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap because I didn't get to take my nap before the meeting. And I'll check back in when I start looking more into my neurotech stuff. Oh, and also the my program director who I emailed responded, and he said he'd be glad to, and he told me what to send him. So 2 down, have to ask 1 more, which should be the easiest. But I don't know why I get so scared of him.
I don't know. Like, he's done this for me so many times. And each time I'm like, I feel bad asking. But it's okay. Yeah. All right. Bye. Good morning. Not sure where I left off yesterday. I think it might have been when I took my nap. And my parents came home pretty quickly after that. So just kind of sat with them while they ate and then worked a little bit on what I like, coming up with ideas for what I want to do for my neurotech program. Yeah. And then tried to keep going with Teen Wolf. I don't know if I mentioned I was watching Teen Wolf before, and I kind of stopped at season 6 because I don't love season 6 because Styles is in it very much. Tried, kind of quit. And then I feel like I watched something else. I was watching some like Smosh videos. Yeah, and then went to bed. I've been reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Been trying to make my way through the series because I had only read like the 4th book before. So yeah, I've read now the first one, the second one. Yeah, I read a little bit then, and then listened to my Bible in New Year, and then went to sleep. So now it's like 7 in the morning, and I gotta go drop off my mom somewhere. Then I'll come back and probably head to mass. Okay, hey, just got out of mass. When I walked into like the main like church area, and there was like, I don't know what you call it, like some sort of like machinery inside, and they were like working on something like on the ceiling. I was like, oh, and there's like a lady behind me, so she also stopped, and then we were like, oh, it's probably in the chapel. So it was like in the smaller like area where we had where we normally have adoration. That's where we had mass today, so it was like more cramped, but it was fine. And then we just obviously went immediately into adoration, so I stayed for like half an hour. I think this is gonna mess up my audio. But yeah, okay, so heading out, gonna go to the store to get lemons and cake flour. Okay, it's a bit later. Came back, had breakfast, showered, and then was editing for a bit. Made my salmon for lunch, and now I have to find something to watch while I eat. And then in like an hour and a half, I have a meeting, like a check-in for my program. All right, talk to you guys later. Hi. Okay, I keep forgetting to pick up my phone and vlog. Okay, had my meeting. It went well. Have a few like action items I can do. Then my parents came home, and I just finished cleaning the bathroom and taking out the trash to get the house ready because my family comes into town tomorrow night. I was watching the Disney Channel games because I had just seen a clip on TikTok of the podcast that Sabrina and Will have, where they had Jason Earls and Jason Dolly on to talk about when they were like competing on the Disney Channel games during like the Simon Says game, and they were like not sure who won. So I was like, oh, I gotta go watch it again. And so weird to think that was like 2008. I was 6 years old, but I remember watching the Disney Channel game, and that was like the last season. So it started in 2006. I'm like, did I watch the first season? I mean, the first games? Because I would have been, what, 4? That's crazy. I don't know. But a lot of these shows, like, I'm realizing were so much earlier than I thought they were, but I remember watching them. So I'm like, did I watch? But it's also because my sister's like 3 years older than me. That's probably why I was like, I remember them being on. Anyways, taking a break, and then potentially should be working on the little assignment I have for my neurotech program, like from the case study. I don't want to. And I've made progress, and it's like a group thing, so I should reach out to my group to figure out we can get together and like go over some of it soonish, but we don't have to like present on it until the 27th. We have to turn it in on the 24th, so we still have time. Yeah, the other day I put on Maze Runner. The other day I like reconnected our DVD player that we haven't used in like ever. Well, because we also had like a VHR and like DVD player in one, but that stopped working, so we got rid of it, and now I miss it because a lot of our movies and stuff were on VHS. Not that I really would like actively watch it. Well, I would watch like home videos, But we still have our like single like DVD CD player, and so I like went through all the work of like connecting it again because I don't know, I had to move stuff around, connected it, and then I like put on Maze Runner because I have the DVD for it, but then I had to go, so I didn't even watch it. I watched like maybe half an hour, so I feel like I had to start it over again and watch it. Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys later or probably tomorrow.
You said this would be the last time, so why'd you tell me all those
Hello, it is Wednesday morning. I'm all ready to head to Berkeley. You wearing my UCLA stuff. But yeah, to volunteer, I'm gonna stay for an extra hour I think today because I can't come in a second day this week. I'm watching a new episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, and later today I have to meet with my group to work on our like Excel sheet. And like right after we're heading to San Francisco to pick up my aunt and my cousin who are coming to town. So that's exciting. All right, I'll see you guys in Berkeley. Okay, made it to Berkeley, walking over to the place. I am slightly late. Well, I'm like gonna be like a minute late. Because I got distracted and I was watching the episode and then I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. So I still actually have like 15 minutes of the episode left. But so far, I don't know. I knew obviously that Conrado was gonna convince Laurel to come. So I'm glad they get made up. But the whole Kaylee thing, I'm like, ugh. And I get that Jared doesn't know, but like somebody should tell him. I don't know. Well, whatever. Alright. Maybe I'll watch it while I'm working. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Bye. I'll check in later. Okay. Finished up early. I finished my tasks, so it's like noon. Which is like the normal time I would have left. I was planning to stay an extra hour, but I don't have anything else to do. And my supervisor isn't there. So heading back. Gonna walk. I feel like I had something to say. I was gonna watch the episode, but I needed to log in. My dad has the account. Okay, hi. Back home. I got embarrassed as I was filming that last clip, and so that's why I cut it off there. But what I was trying to say was couldn't log in because my dad has the account and they sent him the code, and so I was asking for the code, and I thought I didn't hear back from him. Apparently he did send it to me and I didn't see it, so I didn't watch my show. But I just finished it right now as I'm eating my lunch. Just had some soup dumplings. Yeah, finish off the episode. The wound scene, crazy. Excited for next week. Yeah, I don't remember what I was trying to say last clip. I feel like there was something I was trying to say. But yeah, gonna take a nap probably, look through the Excel spreadsheet maybe real quick. Then I have to go pick up my mother. And then I'll meet with my team to work on it. Also, I think at 4 p.m. my time is when the Taylor Swift podcast, like her on New Heights, comes out. So we'll be tuning into that. All right, team. I'll see you guys in a bit.
No me falta ni un segundo, eso quiero pensar, pero ojalá me acompañe esta noche, que sea una sola velada, no hace falta más, hace que me destroce, y sé que está igual, no lo vas a negar, Si el mundo acaba mañana, hoy te salgo a buscar, no te quiero extrañar. Si fue una vida pasada, en esto no voy a fallar. En tu mirada se ve. Si según tú no querías, ¿por qué no te vas? O te quieres soltar. Si no es pa' toda la vida, dale un rato que si quieres, pon tu distancia, tu mentira, solo tú las crees. Que quieres tiempo, pero si me alejo te enloquece. Y nunca sueltas la rienda. La historia llegó ya a su fin. Me la paso en el espejo diciendo que ya no te quiero. Como espectador de mi propia vida, se me van los días esperando que me escribas. Así no se vale. Dice que no quieres verme, o es que no quieres verme bien sin ti. Si el mundo acaba mañana, hoy te salgo a buscar. No te quiero extrañar. Si fue una vida pasada, en esto no va a fallar. En tu mirada sé. Si según tú no querías, ¿por qué no te vas? Tú te quieres soltar. Si no es pa' toda la vida, dale un rato más. Suddenly everything was fine, right inside of me. I could not believe. Thought about your name. Now it's certain that I want all eternity with you next to me. Yo quiero sorprenderte, mostrarte el mundo que te daría si me miras. Enamorarte lentamente y con solo recorrer. Poner tus labios en mis labios, tomar tu mano.
It's a nice thing to put
Suavemente, aquí estaré. Ya te encontré. Yeah, yeah. Solo quédate esta vez. Yeah. Quisiera explorarte, en un momento atarte a mi vida. Acércate. Puedo olvidar cuando bailábamos aquella vez. Que el tiempo se nos fue. Wish I could do it all again. Feels I can't forget ya. Underneath my skin, yeah. Swear I could do better, better. Quiero sorprenderte. Enamorarte lentamente y con solo recorrer. Poner tus labios.
Entonemos a la patria y heroica ciudad.
Yeah. Daría todo lo que tengo para dar y un poco más. Te lo debo confesar con toda sinceridad. Siento que tengo tantas cosas que se deben reparar. No sé por dónde empezar. No sé qué terminar. Pero contigo siento que recupero aliento.
Mai, no tengo que ver a mí.
Que me quita la inseguridad.
Good morning, friends. I realized, well, I have a lot of clips from yesterday, but I don't think I actually talked to you guys. But yeah, thank you much in the morning. Had breakfast. I had to go get my mom pick her up from work. She was leaving early so she could spend the day with my aunt and my cousin, obviously, who were in town. What did we do? We had lunch. I had to do some homework, and then we headed to the city. My sister was art there because she works there. And then we got food at the marketplace in the ferry building. I had I think it's a Filipino place, but it was a quesadilla, but they have a huge vegan menu, so I was like, let me try it, because a lot of the things I wanted to try all had cheese, but I was like, if they have the vegan option and they have some sort of vegan cheese, then I'll try that. So it was a vegan chicken quesadilla, and so I still got to have my sour cream. There was a vegan sour cream and some cheese. So it was good. Not my favorite, but it was good. And I enjoyed being able to actually eat cheese and sour cream. And then we went to the exploratorium. It was also my mom and mine and my mom's first time. And it was really fun, just like getting to play. And if you don't know what the exploratorium is, it's like different exhibits. It's like you kind of just like get to play with stuff. And we went Thursday nights. It's a like after dark. And so it's like 18 plus. So, because obviously during the day, it's always a lot of kids who are there because they kind of learn about like science and whatnot. So this one was just like adults, which was great. Yeah, that was really fun. We left SF at like 10, got back home. Oh my gosh, it was this whole issue. So I've been using on my like Clipper card, which is like my pass to get onto the BART train. I've had a event pass, like a free pass basically since last like August, because they gave me one for my master's for getting between like UCSF and Berkeley. I think it was through UCSF. They just generally have a pass for students. My pass had expired December, December 31st, so like last of the year, and I was like, amazing, I get to still use it because I've been going to Berkeley and whatever. And I didn't realize when I like used it yesterday that it took some money off my account for the one way. So then when I was trying to get back, it was like insufficient funds, and I was like, I don't pay for this. And I looked at it. Well, it still said I had the pass, but I was like, whatever, let me add some money. So I went through, but I didn't realize I was like slightly off the amount to get back. So then when I was trying to exit, I couldn't exit because I didn't have the amount. And so I was like, okay, let me add something. Wouldn't let me add. And I was like standing there struggling. And then my mom, like, we have it on her phone. Her phone ran out of battery. And I was like, girl, how are we gonna get back? So then she had to get like a physical card. Yeah, and then today I checked my thing and it was like, your pass has been canceled. And I was like, that makes sense because I'm not a student anymore, but I thought they were gonna let me have it. So unfortunate, but I still have to like figure out how to like fully end my trip and add more money if it'll let me. But anyways, just got ready, heading to mass today because it's a holy day of obligation. And then I think we're going back to the city today.
That is all y'all fault. So on the count of three, we need your energy. Now you sip it.
I love when you calling my name. Hoping you're calling my phone every day. I'm hating the fact that you're far away from me. Cause I'm missing your touch in the morning. I just really wanna look in your eyes. So baby, tell me where we're going. Cause I'm just really enjoying your vibe. And I really wanna take you out. So maybe can you stay a while? Cause I know you gotta go out there. But I don't like that. Slowly, go faster. Keep going. You'll catch up. And I'm only
Allá arriba, arriba.
want you now. Something about your kiss. Something about those lips. Something about those hips. Baby, you'll never miss. Baby, can I hold you down? Baby, do I make you proud? Baby, can I take you out? Cause baby, I like you now. Yeah, we cuddle up in my bed. Baby, I like it when you say that I'm the only one in your head. Yeah, I'm the only one to get you wet. My love be crossing borders with you everywhere you at. And don't you worry, baby, I'll be here when you get back. Always think about you in the moonlight. I'm all about feels in the moonlight. Yeah, I love when you calling my name. Hoping you're calling my phone every day. I'm hating the fact that you're far away from me. Yeah, cause I'm missing your touch in the morning. I just really wanna look in your eyes. So baby, tell me where we're going. Cause I'm just really